The Narcissist False Apology. Hello everyone, I'm Elizabeth Shaw and welcome to the channel, which is all about the Narcissistic personality disorder, to give you more understanding of what you might have been through within your life, those people you might be dealing with in your life, and most importantly, how to recover from narcissistic abuse. This video is about why most narcissists will not say sorry, the false apologies from those who do, and how to spot a false apology. And the main thing is when people show you how they truly behave and who they truly are, the first time you see the real them, that's when you go. And a lot of us don't do this. A lot of us do like to give people the benefit of the doubt. It's human nature to give people the benefit of the doubt. And personally, I do believe you can give people a chance because everybody makes a mistake. So depending on what someone's done, you can give them a chance. But if they keep repeating that behaviour, it's time to walk away. I know that's not always easy in these situations, but there is always a way out. So the narcissist has no sense of accountability due to them lacking in cognitive reflection skills, meaning once they've made their reasoning rational and mind up in any given situation or event that happened, to them this is then often their reality. And they will not look back to reflect on any part they played. Once they've decided someone else is to blame for their behaviour, they believe that the other person should apologise to them. Often why they will sulk or give you the silent treatment, as they feel entitled to do as they please. They will look back on what they perceive others to have done to them, as one of their traits of the disorder is entitlement. They believe they have the right to do whatever they want, whenever they want, to whoever they want. So they don't think they have the need to apologise. Yet as they blame shift through their gaslighting of if you hadn't, I wouldn't, they often believe others should apologise to them for the things the narcissist actually did. No one throws a bigger tantrum than a narcissist being shown facts and evidence of something they definitely did do. Another trait is that they have low levels of empathy. They don't have the emotional empathy to care on a genuine level, only cognitive empathy to see how others would perceive their behaviour. Why they will offer a false apology if they believe they have something to gain by doing so. As they believe they are special, which we are all special, the difference is they use their feelings of being special to exploit others, whereas good people help others to feel special. A narcissist have that egotistical sense of entitlement and they feel special. They have no genuine feelings of guilt or remorse as to what they do to others, and they don't have the emotional empathy to care, to give them the feeling or any need to offer a genuine apology. The false understanding that a narcissist has means if they've done something and they have something to gain by using a false apology, they will give one. However, with their own twisted perspectives, they will do something then not only have no regard for what they have done. To remove any feelings of shame, they will twist the blame onto the other person to escape all accountability within themselves. Therefore, a narcissist will not offer a genuine apology as they don't believe they have done any wrong in the first place, that they would actually need to apologise for. And most often, if they feel cornered into offering an apology so they can use, abuse and exploit someone more, as they feel entitled to do so, they will often make the person they apologise to pay, and pay in a big way. It's almost like if we don't learn the first time, it gets worse. The more we forgive them, the worse their behaviour gets. This is why a false apology, an apology given, is not because the narcissist feels the need to do so, as to them they have done no wrong and they have no sense of remorse, guilt or conscience. Most do not have the cognitive reflection skills to look back and see where they went wrong or what they have done. Once their mind is made up, it's made up. That black and white thinking with hardly any grey area. The false apology is only made to regain control, receive attention, regaining superiority, regaining dominance over other people, to get their needs met. The apology is used as a means to appear sorry, yet it is never meant in a way someone with empathy would apologise. Some narcissistic people will never issue any kind of an apology. Those that do, it's only further to manipulate those around them. They will only apologise if they see a need to use the words and they do not have the empathy to understand truly why they use them. They often use false apologies to prevent someone from leaving them or to win somebody back, to avoid disciplinary action at work, to get a friend to do something for them, to avoid people finding out their true behaviour. Here are some false apology phrases you may have heard. If you believe the person to be a narcissist, these are a false apology. Also, what they actually think when they feel backed into a corner and they need to say these words to meet a need of their own. I'm sorry I was unfaithful, or if you'd have paid me more attention, I wouldn't have gone elsewhere. They believe it's your fault that they cheated on you, as to them you didn't admire them as much as you used to. It often hasn't worked out with the other person, so they come back to us. They cheated, and that was their choice. That is always their choice, and that is never your fault. Good people can make this mistake, yet they will feel guilty and remorse for doing so. Some might come and admit fault, others will be too scared of the consequences, yet they would learn they didn't like how it made them feel, they didn't like how it made you feel, and they would never do it again. Those who continue to cheat are only interested in themselves. 2, I'm sorry I left, or I left because of you. When saying this, they think that we did something that criticised them. Even if we didn't, they took it as criticism and wanted to make us suffer. They will not tell us what they were doing. They were most likely either with an ex or with the new target. They may have thought the other person criticised them in some way, or it didn't work out as they expected with the other person or as they wanted. So they then come back to us with all the missed calls and pleading messages that we've probably sent them out of desperation for wanting closure, wanting answers, wanting to know where they are, wanting to know whether they are okay. They come back to play the hero, pretending to be sorry. The thing is, a real apology comes with changed behaviour. 3, I'm sorry I didn't hear you, or if you'd listened to me more, I'd listen to you. They're not sorry, they never listen to our opinions anyway. Our thoughts and feelings are just not valid to them. A narcissist rarely hears our words. Instead, they pay attention to our emotions so that they can play our emotions off against ourselves. They will pretend to apologise, saying things like they'll listen in future, and this is so that we give them some positive attention and start trying to work it out with them. 4, I'm sorry I hit you, or you because you made me angry. I'm sorry I trashed the house, or at least I broke the door and didn't attack you. You made me angry. They will always twist it onto how you made them do it because you didn't do something or you said something. It will always be turned back around onto you. They always twist things around onto what we did or did not do for them. And with all their gaslighting and projection, we often end up blaming ourselves for behaviour of theirs that we should not blame ourselves for. They're only concerned other people or we might work out what happened, and they might be held responsible for their actions. There might be consequences for their actions. That's the only thing they are concerned about. They don't want their true behaviour being exposed. They blame shift onto those around them to escape that responsibility. And once done, most of them then believe it was the other person's fault, as the narcissists believe their story to be accurate. They are extremely convincing at passing the blame onto those around them, as we look for the good in them. We look for the potential of when they can treat us right. With their projected words, with their gaslighting, we are often the ones left believing that we are to blame. You are never to blame for someone else's actions towards you. They are in control of what they do. 5, I'm sorry I'm not a better person, or I'm sorry I'm not good enough for you. They actually believe they are a better person, as they believe they are entitled, they believe they are special, but they know they know that most often we are fixated in helping others. So I'm not 100% sure, but I believe most of them have an opinion that we are fixated in making them a better person, in helping them, in healing them, in changing them. So they gain more attention from us, and they hint at us that they will change with our help, so that we forgive them and try our best yet again to help them while they slowly sink us. 6, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you, or I needed to go out, but I'm sure you were okay. Now, basically, for the women, when you're pregnant, for the men, if you need some help with something, if you're ill, or men and women, if you're ill, it's a case of they don't care, so they cannot be bothered to care for us. They just want us to get out of their way, and so they can find someone who will give them attention. They just don't have the empathy to care. They just don't want us to leave them, so they'll find a reason of why they're not around to help us, so that we make excuses which are valid within our own heads for their negative behaviour towards us. 7, I am sorry, I want to change, or I didn't mean to, I just couldn't help it. You know what I'm like, I'm worried about what I might do without you. Let's go to counselling, let's work this out. Saying a narcissist never lies, this one I believe is possibly the closest to the truth that you will ever get. Because they are sorry for themselves that they've been caught. They are sorry that they're going to have consequences to their action. That they're just trying to get through life, and they find that all these other people are jealous and envious of what they are doing, and people are trying to hurt them. They are just sorry that they got caught. They're sorry they might be held accountable for how others view their actions. Sorry that people might look at them as a bad person, when to them it's not them. To them it's still our fault. It's always anyone else's fault, and it's never anything they did. So they'll say these things to pull on our empathy, so to guilt trip us into helping them. And then if we don't learn and walk away and we help them, they just sink us time and time again. The phrases a narcissist will use to blame shift whilst apologising, the most common ones that I've heard are, I'm sorry for whatever you think I did wrong. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry for what you think I did. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you think I said that. I'm sorry if you think I did that. I'm sorry you misunderstood me. They always have that you in there. They're never sorry for what they have done. They are always sorry for what you felt or what you did, even if you didn't do something. They always find a way to twist it round. Real apologies come with changed behaviour, and a narcissist does not change their behaviour. Personally, I don't believe they are capable of saying, I am sorry, I was wrong, or I am sorry, please forgive me. They always have to have that you in there, something that you did. With their lack of empathy, if any do, they've probably heard it from someone else and are now just using it to greater manipulate us into believing their false apologies. When it comes to breaking up from a narcissist, even if that means breaking up from your parents or leaving a boss, especially with the smear campaigns they can throw your way, you've got to remember that it did not start with you and it will not end with you. That is who they are. That is their choice to act that way. It's their choice to do the things that they do. You cannot change another person's behaviour. You can only ever change your own. It's okay for us to be accountable for our own behaviour. We've just got to stop being accountable for other people's. And when they plant those seeds of self-doubt within our minds, it's hard to differentiate, and we do often take most of the blame on. But it's okay to pass the blame back to the rightful owner. Only accept the part that we played, change the things that we need to change about ourselves, and pass back the responsibility to the rightful owner for their behaviour, even if we're passing that back from a distance. Wherever you are in this journey, you can and you will recover from this. I shall add some links in the video description to the online courses that I have on offer. There's lots of different ones. One's from just overcoming the trauma bond and the anxiety. One that's just all about the narcissistic personality disorder and their behaviour. One more to help with co-parenting. One for just a starter guide, because that starter guide can actually help people recover and find the right videos and find the right things and the right techniques to recover from. And the BetterHelp link, because I am fully booked for coaching at the moment. I shall also add the video on why a narcissist always thinks they are right, because that explains more on why they always give the false apologies, and why narcissistic people find it difficult to compromise. Today, start thinking about something that you would like to have achieved 1 year from now. Think about something that you would like in your life from 1 year from now, because even the most successful people in the world have a background story of obstacles they had to overcome, difficult times they had to overcome, years worth of work, months worth of effort that they've done. We make mistakes in life. It's how we learn. So start dreaming about that future, where you would like to be a year from now. So when you start thinking about that past and it starts bringing you into that negativity, if you're starting to feel lonely, start looking at that future, start working towards that future, so that you can. The only time you need to look back is to look at how far you've come. Thank you for listening. Bye.